Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Lainey Reese and I am an author of all things spicy and exciting. And I am back today to try MAKIAGE again. I was informed that during my first tutorial, it didn't give me the results I wanted, although I loved it. As far as basic makeup, it was really nice, but it didn't give me the results that were promised because I was putting it on incorrectly. There is a method to it, and I was informed that I should go watch the tutorials. But then nobody showed me any tutorials, and every tutorial I looked, everyone was putting it on the same way that I was. But apparently, you're supposed to just put on the primer just in one direction, and I was smearing it all over. So I'm going to take that tip and see if it makes any difference. And you're supposed to put it on your wrist and like cake it in or pat it in, not rub and smear like I have been doing. So even though I couldn't find the tutorial, I took the tips that were mentioned when they told me to go look for the tutorial, and we're going to see if we get any better results. But if you know a good tutorial that can show me step by step how to do it, please drop it in a link in the comments so I can follow it and get better results, because I'm excited. Yesterday, I wore it all day and it seemed to stay on. I didn't have, I'm going through menopause, so there's lots of hot flashes. And normally the makeup is completely gone by the end of the day. I didn't notice when I looked, because I kept checking because it's brand new makeup, it wasn't melting away. So that's a real big step in its favor. All right, now this is, what's it called again? Power Lift Moisturizer. And I really like these little spongy thingies. They come magnetic. That's really cool. So you don't lose them. And it gets your primer out. And again, I do like the packaging. It's very pretty. And I found out while trying to get this stuff is actually made in Italy. How cool is that? All right. Now, I don't think it matters. I put on a lot in the scooper. Which direction you go as far as the moisturizer. I will find out if I'm wrong. But we're going to start with our moisturizer, which again feels lovely. I got way too much. We'll bring it down into the neck. Always remember your neck, especially for you youngins. The earlier you start with taking care of your skin and your face, the longer you're going to look young and beautiful. My mother was in her 70s when she passed, and she looked like she was in her 50s. I mean, her skin looked about the way mine looks now. She just had always, since she was a teenager, used moisturizer and used to always get on me about moisturizing my skin. But my mommy was Irish and she had no moisture in her skin. She never had an acne problem. She never had a blemish. She struggled with drier skin. But as a teenager, and even now, I still get breakouts. So I wouldn't put on any moisturizer, and she used to get so frustrated and tell me how I was gonna wrinkle. I started moisturizing in my 30s, I think, when I started noticing patchy dry skin. But you ladies, moisturize. It's important because the wrinkles will stay away longer. Okay, yeah, and that foundation really, or that moisturizer really feels nice on my skin. I like it. And I put a little on my eyes. I don't know if you're supposed to, but it feels good. All right. Now, the primer, which is called the Power Redo. Again, little lid. This is what you're supposed to put in only one direction. So we're going to give that a shot and see if we do better. I got a little scoop of it. See how it looks there? Trying to make it focus for you. Oh well, it's thick. And we are trying to make, like, look, you see that wrinkle right there? I want to make my wrinkles go away. And the pores in my skin. Now, they showed me some tricks. I did see one tutorial on how to put on the foundation. I'm excited to try to cover up like the dark pigmentation and the freckles that I'm getting. And the little blemishes, see? 55 years old and I'm still breaking out. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. God, if you are going to give me the skin of my teenage self, can I have the body of my teenage self to go with it? Okay, I'm gonna just put it on. And it says we're supposed to just rub it in one direction. And what we're looking to do is smooth out the pores and make my skin look flawless. Okay. So one direction. You know, I couldn't tell you a single song from One Direction. I know they're a group, but I don't know their music very well. I love music, but there's very few artists or bands that I can like name out and know them instantly. Are you like that? Like most people can like, I know a lot of people that just like can name off all of their, every song that comes on the radio. They're like, oh yeah, that's so-and-so, and that's, oh, there's Madonna, and there's Counting Crows, and like, I don't know. I don't know anybody. I'm like, oh, I like that song. Like I can recognize, you know, some of my favorites. Like I love Taylor Swift. I love Pink. Oh, I've loved Pink since her very first album. I love Christina Aguilera and Miley Cyrus ever since she was brand new in on her little Disney show, Hannah Montana. My daughter was a huge secret fan because it wasn't cool to like Miley Cyrus when she was in her heyday. My daughter was like, don't tell anybody, Mom. And it was her guilty pleasure. I don't know if I have done this correctly. I'm trying not to rub it in, but look, like the, it's good. That's so much better. Okay. We're just trying to blur the pores. I didn't get enough on my cheeks, I don't think. Okay. We're not trying. Oh, only one direction, it said. I'll put a little bit more on there. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but I hope so. Look at that. Okay. Then we come back this way. I totally lost what I was saying because I got distracted by more makeup. Oh, and I have ordered the face shaving stuff, the powder and the razors. I'm going to give it a try, and I will give it a try with you guys. So hopefully it will be good, and it'll be entertaining for you, and it'll be worthwhile for me. Because like I said, do we really, ladies, want to add shaving, another beauty step to everything that already we have to do before we can walk out the door. You know, I am liking this already. Yeah, that's a lot better. I still have all of the discoloration and stuff, but yeah, that's better than it was yesterday. I see my pores are definitely less noticeable. You don't want to rub it in. We are trying to just smooth out the texture of our skin and make it look textureless. Okay. And now for the foundation. I need to drink a coffee. Are you guys coffee drinkers? What coffee do you drink? I love my coffee. I drink, what's it called? It's the same, it's coffee and chicory from the famous place in New Orleans with the beignets. What? Café du Monde, Armand or something like that. From New Orleans, famous. I order their coffee online because it's really hard to find the grocery store. Some grocery stores carry it, but it's sketchy. So I just order it online and buy it in bulk. Oh, it's the best coffee in the world. New Orleans was the best food I've ever had in my whole life. We'll see what France and Dublin and London has to say about that. But yeah, I've been to New York even, where it's supposed to be famous for their food. I did not find a decent meal in New York. The best meal I had in New York was a gyro from a glide cart, a gyro. It was so scrumptious. It was perfect. My daughter and I sat on some big steps in New York City, and there were pigeons everywhere and people going all over, and we just munched on our gyros, and it was one of the best moments of one of the best mommy moments for me. You know, when you look at your kid and you see that you've taken them on this great trip and they're enjoying themselves, and I love being mom. But anyways, that was the best food in New York. Everything. And we even went to a TV chef's famous restaurant for Thanksgiving dinner. The turkey was fucking cold and dry as hell. All of the sides were cold and flavorless. Nothing had any salt in it. And the desserts tasted like cardboard. From a world famous restaurant where I was paying more than $100 a plate for us, and it tasted like garbage. How do you mess up a turkey dinner if you're a TV famous chef? Barf. So disappointed in the food in New York. Maybe someday I'll go back and somebody can take me on a food tour, because so far I think everybody's lying, or everybody in New York needs to come up here and I'll cook for them. Okay, enough chit-chatting. Oops, I messed with the light. My phone stand with the light broke, and I've got you kind of jerry-rigged up there, so sorry about that. All right, I have my sponge, and this is the foundation that they matched to me. And like I said yesterday, the match was spot on. I really liked it. And I'm supposed to just put a couple pumps on my hand, and then just work it into my skin. Now for light coverage, you want to brush it in, but I need full coverage because of all of my, look, you can see like the freckles and everything. If the lighting was a little bit better, they'd show up more, but this is the lighting we're dealing with, and I don't want them. Wow, for some reason my forehead looks really, okay. And we're pounding it in here. No blending, no smooth, pound it. All right, I see you, MAKIAGE or MAKIAGE. I see you. I see what you're doing here. Wow, that's what I was hoping for. Look at that. See? All of that dark under there and the freckles, gone. I think I'm in love with this makeup. Woohoo, woohoo. Let's make them gone in our hair too. Got a little too close to my eyeball. You know, and I put 2 pumps and I think I got too much. 1 pump probably would have done me. And my face doesn't feel cakey. I don't feel like I've got like this whole blech just sitting on my face. My pores feel like they can still breathe. And look, I'm going down into my neck, but everything still matches. I got this little sun spot here because it's always going to be darker than everything else. But yeah, look at that. Woohoo! All right, that looks great. Excuse my hair, it's wash day, and I'm letting the curls set before I scrunch out all the crunchies. Oh, looks like we got Sanford and Son as our theme song today. What's your theme song today? Nope, that isn't Sanford and Son. That's The Odd Couple. My father loved The Odd Couple. He thought it was the funniest show in the world. And you know who he related with? Felix. Most people related with Jack Unger, the grouchy slob, right? But nope, my daddy loved Felix. He thought Felix was hilarious. And my father was a neat freak. Oh God, was he a neat freak. He would have days where we would have to clean the whole house. And when we have to clean the whole house, that meant, I just want to get rid of that there. That meant we had to take every dish out of every cupboard, wash the cupboard, wash all of the dishes, and then put it back in. And, you know, scrub everything, scrub the walls, of course, wash the windows. And I was the youngest, so my job was, as my father would vacuum, my job was to follow along on my hands and knees and pick up everything the vacuum missed. Yeah, my dad really related with Felix Unger. Okay. Yeah, I really like that. I am really impressed. Look at my skin. Ooh, il maquillage. All right, I'm gonna put on the rest of my face real quick, and I'll be right back and show you the results, okay? Here we go. Ta-da! Here is me, all made up. I am very happy with this. Look, you can barely see that now, the line in between, and my pores, and the spots. I mean, I'm looking good. Let's take it outside and see how we look in the sunlight. I've got to detach everything. Hold on a sec. These darn clamps. Holy smokes, it won't let go. Let go! That was ridiculous. Yeah, look. Completely broke. And I had it resting on top of my earrings like this. So, yeah. I have got to get a new stand now so I can keep making videos for you all. Let's go outside and see how I look in the bright light of day. Well, bright is kind of stretching it, but it's natural light. What do you think? I can't open my eyes because it's so much brighter. But do you see my pores? My wrinkles? Very smooth. I like it. Okay, even though it's not bright out, it's too bright because I was in my studio. It's all gloomy. There we go. Yeah. Not bad. I still have to scrunch out my hair, but it's still damp, so I'm not going to do it until it's completely dry. But there's me. Thanks for hanging out. Il Makiage out of Italy, which is very cool. Yeah, I recommend.